Game on! Welcome to another episode of Two Ales and Hockey Tales with Wally. And today I'm so excited to have on a 31-year-old from Bath, England. His hockey journey is pretty well just getting started in my old honey hole, Cardiff, Wales. He was a part of the inaugural Cardiff Canucks that marched all the way to the playoffs and shocked the league with a first round upset with the tidiest jerseys in hockey. He is all in with building a franchise, just being named as the team physio guy while still mucking it up. There is no doubt that the hockey bug has bit him, as he is now also coaching the game. Welcome back on, Brad Craiper.
Oh yeah, what an intro.
Yeah.
Love that.
When the research team got hot, there's not much on there about you. Just says you played for the Cardiff Canucks last season.
That's all we got. There wasn't much history of hockey before then for me.
Yeah, so I know we talked last time, episode 427. How did you get into hockey at such a late age?
I went to go watch a game and I went to the bar to get a beer. And the guy behind the bar was someone whose dad played with my dad back in the day. And he was like, "Why don't you play hockey?" And I was like, "Oh, I've never had the opportunity." And he goes, "You're an adult now and you can just drive yourself, right?" And I was like, "That's a really good point." So I borrowed my dad's kit from the 80s, turned up to a random beer league hockey training session. They tried to turn me away and I managed to wiggle my way in there and get obsessed with the game.
Well, that's a neat story. Speaking of my stuff, was I had a project my first year coaching the gals under nine house league. Um, that was like the only team there was, other than the rep team. And the first practice, a gal came out. She had her skates were broken. They were ankle benders, and I thought she was going to snap her ankles in these skates. And she couldn't like skate. Well, it didn't help her skates were broken, but she couldn't skate. And the parents came up to me after, like, doesn't look like this is where she should be. Is there like another team we should go to? Because this seems like too much. And I'm like, no, this is it. She's going to be fine. I'll work with her, and but you need new skates. And anyways, halfway through that season, she scored the most memorable goal of my coaching career. She got it at center, skated it all the way down the ice. Nobody caught her, went in and scored a goal. And
Oh, yeah.
then the dad's doing the clock. He's crying. I see the mom in the crowd. She's crying. And then I started getting all choked up. And then Breyer comes off the ice and then looks at me with the biggest smile I've ever seen. And I was just like, oh God, I can't handle this shit. So it is fun getting people into the game for the first time, you know?
Oh, absolutely. It's unreal. My girlfriend's got two kids and they started playing just under a year ago. And one of them has become absolutely obsessed. And she has been scouted for the Swindon Academy, playing for the top team. They played her first game ever 2 weeks ago. They went over to Slough and they lost 13-1. She got the only goal.
Wow. Can't do it all by yourself, right?
Oh, it
Um,
was so sick.
but like hockey can create magical memories. I just had one this weekend. I'm coaching my daughter again after 2 years with the boys, which if you haven't heard, we were back-to-back All Ontario champions. But
Oh, yeah.
yeah, so now I'm with my daughter's team. Haven't been with her since that under nine year. And we had our first tournament with the rep team and went 6-0 and won the whole thing. And
Wow.
goalie, first year as a goalie, she was a great defense woman the last couple of years. But the goalie that's always been the gals goalie makes the rep team with the boys. So now we have no goalie, and this gal's always wanted to be a goalie. So dad finally gives in. She straps on the pad. She is the Ross talent in hockey. I think she can go places. She changes our whole season. She had three straight shutouts, and like she's unbelievable. And it's so fun to work with her in practice too, because you
Oh,
can
that's
see the
so cool.
sky's the limit. And yeah, had a really fun hockey weekend though. If you want to hear some of
Yeah.
my stories, I had a great time at the hotel.
I saw a video of you playing some knee hockey
Yeah,
in the
now
car.
so that was a couple years ago when I was just a dad, showed up at the hotel, randomly got there's another team down the hallway, and a dad walked by with mini sticks, and I was like, I'd play you. And he was like, Actually, I'm like, yeah, I'd play it. And an adult game of mini hockey broke out and it was a great time. And we've actually stayed in contact since because once we played mini hockey, all the parents from both teams all started hanging out and having drinks together, and it
Yeah.
brought everybody together. And we ended up playing their daughter in the finals this weekend, 2 years later. What a world!
Oh wow.
Yeah. So that's what brought back that memory. But this weekend, I got up to other stuff. I did my normal belly flops, but there was, um, well, a church's pastor was having a birthday party at the hotel in the conference room on the main floor. And we were all outside, the parents hanging out, kids were in bed, and they had a food truck out there. It was an Indian party, and they let me try the food at the food truck. Then I got to know some of the dudes from this church, and they invited me in for the buffet. And I fixed up a plate and hung out with everybody at the Indian birthday party. And then the next morning, we played at 7 a.m. and I couldn't stop farting on the bench. And
Oh,
the girls were beside themselves, but I couldn't do anything about it.
that's nasty.
The Indian food did not sit well, and it was just leaking out of me. And like, man, I thought I was going to get fired from being an assistant coach that day.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I was farting, but had a great weekend and we won it all, and it was a hoot. I got a great group of gals that I'm helping out with this year, and the head coach is a beauty. And yeah, we got a good mix of parents and kids, and it should be another fun year of minor hockey, you know.
That's so cool. It seems like you're playing a tournament every other day
Oh,
on your
there,
social media posts.
there's a lot of hockey that gets played. You have to really get mentally prepared for hockey season when both your kids play
Yeah.
rep.
And you're coaching two teams.
No, I'm just with the gals this year. Yeah.
Ah, right.
Yeah, so I did the 2 years with my son. We won all Ontario both years, and it's time to have a year with my daughter. And
Awesome.
it was awesome though. The final game, she mucked it right up, scored a goal. Then it was 3-2 with a couple minutes left, and she mucked it right up, got it outside the blue line. Her centerman went down and scored to make it 4-2 and seal it for us. And then the coach was nice enough to give my daughter player of the game in the finals. So it was a good
Real.
weekend all in all. And then you see the
Yeah,
championship photo and you see the smiles on all those girls' faces, and it's just the best.
that's so special.
Hmm.
Very cool. What
The
age is that?
under 11. So
Right. Okay.
2015s and 16s in the hockey world.
Nice.
Um,
That's the same age as Serena's playing, my girlfriend's daughter.
is that right?
She's playing under 12s. They do under 10s, under 12s, under 14s. So she's 10 playing in under 12s. And yeah, it's
They
pretty
they
cool.
do it differently over there in the UK though. Like I've heard where they have like more than enough for a team, and then like the coach chooses who gets to play in each game.
They
We
got
did
way too many.
that doesn't make any sense to me. Like we just have a
Yeah,
team and it's the same team every game. You don't
yeah.
change. Like there's no healthy scratches in under 11.
So they've got there's a learn to play thing on a Friday, and there'll be like 100 plus kids on the ice, and they'll put them into six groups, and they put these like foam things down to separate the different sections, and then
Yeah.
they have like 10 minutes in each section with a different coach, and then once they've done that, they'll then get scouted into the academy, and the academy's got like multiple tiers for the same age, and so they pick out of a huge group who's going to be playing. And whoever turns up to the arena first gets captain for the day, for the game. Everyone's just turning up
Seriously,
super early.
there's not a cap. It's just whoever shows up first.
Yeah, whoever gets the
There'd be
arena
some
first is
kids really
captain.
showing up early, eh?
You just get earlier and earlier. Like the arena's not even open yet, and they're just queuing at the door for the captain
Well, if
spot.
there's that many kids out there, though, it sounds like hockey's still growing in the UK, eh?
Oh yeah, absolutely,
It,
absolutely. Any of the junior sessions you look at, they've got way too many kids on there, but that's a good sign that the game's going in the right place. I think Endo's doing the right thing with the Canucks in trying to get in as many people as possible into our games by giving the free tickets, and it's a great atmosphere. Like we averaged 1,500 people to our games last season, and I saw the stats for the National League for last week, and the second highest attendance was 1,400. And I'm like, that's wild. They're playing professional hockey. They're all getting paid, and we're getting higher attendance. So like the atmosphere and the experience for all the players, especially the juniors coming up, and For someone like me who's never played hockey and then start playing, and all of a sudden it's like professional environment. We've got thousands of people watching, and we've got a proper intro video and a skate out song, and everyone's going wild. And yeah, it's unreal, and that's what it feels like the hockey needs.
Well, Hendo knows how to hockey.
Yeah.
Me and him see eye to eye that way.
Mhm.
And yeah, like it's very exciting what he's doing, and great idea with the free tickets. Like you guys sold out your first game. So one of my questions was, is it not way more fun playing hockey in front of fans?
It is a lot of fun playing hockey in front of fans. I mean, it takes a long time to get from the room to the ice because you got to fist bump about 60 kids.
Well, that's what it's all about.
But yeah, it's very special. And yeah, the atmosphere is unbelievable. We have so much fun when we play.
And that's what hockey's all about. I was
Mhm.
probably a lot for people this weekend, but I was trying to let the girls know, like, I have fun playing hockey. And like, I was showing up at the rink. We had two games, Saturday and Sunday. We started at 7 a.m. So these girls had to be at the rink just after 6 in the morning. We were getting up early, early. And when I get there, I'd have a fun selfie with them, like, hey, it's early, but let's still have fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it's all about. I like to say you play your best hockey when you're having fun and you're having the most fun
Everybody
playing the best
does.
hockey.
Yeah.
So both go together. I played a tournament over in Amsterdam. There's a team that I coach, and we've gone 2 years in a row now. We rent a minibus and we drive from England over to Amsterdam and play a weekend of hockey. You arrive on the Friday afternoon. There's 6 teams. We all go out for a massive bar crawl together, and then the games start at 7:30 in the morning on the Saturday.
What you coach this team?
Yeah, yeah.
So
So
what it's an adult team?
yeah, adult team, beer league team. So they were like, so I
So are you
started
you're a
coaching.
player coach like Andrew Lord?
Well, only play when we go to that tournament over in Holland. I don't play when we're in the UK. I've only coached them, but I started coaching them when I'd only been playing for 3 months, and they were all brand new to hockey. So this is like 2.5 years ago, and I was like, okay, I'm not great, but I'm 3 months ahead of them, so everything I'm learning.
So I already know this shit, guys.
Yeah, right. I've fallen over enough times to help you not to.
I'm sure you guys have a great time that weekend because getting away to a hotel for the weekend with a hockey team is a great time, whether it's under
Oh,
11
so good.
gals or adults.
Yeah, and there's multiple different nationalities there as well. People traveling from all over the place, and they did a really cool thing this year. They had free beer for all of the players, and we didn't know about it. So we're watching the game after ours. We got our whole team sat there, and this Spanish guy called Ali comes over with the tray of beers in these red cups, and we're all like chanting at him as he's walking around the ice from the bar, thinking he's just bought us all beers, and he was like, "They were free." But
Oh,
it was fitting because the tournament's called the Beer League Brawl.
get the boys pissed up and let them fight
Oh yeah, they brought us a tray of beers on the bench on the first game.
at half seven.
Yeah, oh, it's so good. Start as you mean to go on, right?
That'd be a long day.
Yeah, very different to our Canucks hockey. But
So with the Canucks hockey, I wrote to the Cardiff Canucks on social media when they had the jerseys up for sponsorship,
mhm,
and I said that I wanted to sponsor Victor Carlaker Langseth's
good
jersey.
choice.
Because he's after I had him on last season, he sent me like fun photos of pointing at the logo on the jersey,
Mhm.
and I really appreciated all that fun stuff. And the price is way cheaper to sponsor the Canucks folks than when I sponsored the captain of the Manchester Storm. It's not even the same ballpark. But I thought I could have one raffle, make enough money to pay this bill. Because Hendo writes to me, he's like, dude, are you being serious? Like, I don't run that social media account. That wasn't me you were writing to. Um, do you actually want to sponsor him? And I'm like, yeah, I'll do a raffle and then I'll send you the money. And I thought I could make enough to pay my bill.
Hey,
Nobody's buying tickets.
no way.
I like the team. I don't know if nobody's listening to us anymore. Nobody cares. Like if I don't pay my bill to Hendo, what's gonna happen? Is our friendship gonna be over? Am I gonna have like I don't know what I'll have to do if I can't pay him. But we right now, it's like I might be able to cover the shipping to send it to whoever wins, but I won't have any money after that. So like people need to buy tickets. And it is an Andrew Lord 71 two ales and hockey tails jersey. I'm guessing everybody in Cardiff's already forgot about him, but he was a pretty big deal back in the day in Cardiff, winning all these
Yeah.
trophies as the coach. Now he's in the AHL, a step away from the NHL as a head coach. I thought people would want the only Lord 71 two ales and hockey tails jersey.
Mm,
My bad, I was wrong. Nobody wants that shit.
crap.
Oh shoot, I'm gonna have to come up with something else because that was like the only jersey I had left to
No
raffle.
way. Did he leave a
Yeah,
sour taste in Cardiff when he left?
I don't think so. I thought he was a legend. I thought people would want this jersey, but if anybody does, it's on till October 10th, which means you don't have much time. And it's at Rafal, and the ID is 395527. I don't, other than that, you could find it on my Instagram post. But I need people to buy tickets, or
Mm.
else I'm not helping the Canucks at all. And that's all I was trying to do was have fun and help.
We might end up losing ice time for practice if we don't get this covered.
Well, like I mean, I told them I would pay for this jersey. Like I wasn't, I can't, I don't have the money myself. I thought I could do a raffle. Bullshit. Come on, people, be better, play better, fucking buy
Maybe it
tickets,
needs to
right?
go on to like a Devils fan page on Facebook or something like that.
And I need people to share it for me. I don't like all that stuff. I just try to have fun with social media. I don't want to get into actually trying. I need people helping people. It's a powerful thing. So people, please
Absolutely.
share it. Sharing is caring. And then let's get people buying tickets and supporting the Canucks because they support me because your jerseys have my logo on the neck, eh?
Oh, it looks so good.
God, it made me. When Hendo sent it to me, he's like, "Get ready to get hot and bothered." And holy moly, was I hot and bothered! It was the morning, anyways, but I was excited.
So good. Our new kit is unbelievable. We got three jerseys for this season, and they are all so nice.
And then even last season's jerseys were incredible. That's when I said Hendo knows how to hockey. Like those, your kits are
Mm.
sweet.
Actually, I like we've got four jerseys because we got a warm up jersey, home, away, and an alternate. And the warm up jersey is like a blend from like a light green into oh, it looks so good.
Look good, feel good, play good, they say, eh?
Absolutely makes a difference. That's how we've won two out of three of our games so far.
I was gonna bring up, we gotta talk how you guys are doing so far. So you've won two of three, eh?
Yeah, I mean, we lost the first game to Peterborough, the national champions. They're pretty much not going to lose anything this year again. Didn't lose
Mm.
anything
And you
last
already
year.
you already know that. That sucks when you already
Yeah,
know there's
got a
a
bunch of guys that have come
team.
down from the top league and shouldn't be in our league, and they should have moved up a long time ago, but they don't want to commit to higher level hockey. So, uh, yeah, they get a lot of points from the same few guys. And we were actually 1-0 up against them in the first period, and everyone was going wild. And then it just kind of slipped away from us. But then we lost both our games to Oxford last season. We've just beat them. And then we beat Chelmsford on the weekend as well. So
So
we've
what kind of role does Hendo got you in this year?
so I'm playing center. It's my favorite spot. Um, and I was on power play 2 for the last few games, which was pretty sweet.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
the
you're
net
working your
front
way
guy.
up this year, eh?
Oh yeah, net front guy, just trying to piss
Muck
off
it
the
right
goalie.
up, eh? Butt cheek sandwiches. Make that goalie eat your butt.
Exactly.
It is the most important spot on the power play, in my opinion. I was always the half wall guy, trying to set people up or shoot myself. But if there's nobody standing in front of that goalie, there ain't
Yeah,
no point on shooting it from the outside because the goalie's it's just a warm-up shot. If
yeah,
somebody's right in front of them and that goalie is sniffing butt crack, you can just take a wrister from the blue line and it'll go in.
absolutely. That's what we're trying to work on. And I've been working on my shot a lot. I'm helping out Hendo with his Hendrix hockey coaching. So I'm in the Snipers Den every Wednesday and sometimes Thursdays now, teaching people to shoot. and pass and stick handle and all that good stuff.
So that means you got to be able to do it if you're teaching it.
Absolutely. And
Hmm.
actually, something really cool happened the other day. So I posted a video online. Do you know Josh Breton?
Yes.
Yeah. So he's
I
he's
don't know him. I know the name
you
because he
know
played
of
for the
him.
Devils, and then
Yeah.
he skated with you guys or something.
Yeah, so he's coaching over in Ottawa and started his own coaching business. And he's created this challenge online called the 4x4 challenge. You get 4 pucks, you got to hit all 4 corners of the net with those 4 pucks. So I posted a video online and I did it. And then he posted one where he's got these like the targets on the net, and when you hit them, it starts a timer, and so you've got to do it as fast as possible on those four. And he goes, "Yeah, I bet you won't beat me." And then I beat him by like 2 seconds on it. And
Mm.
I then did another video, and I tagged the brand that created the tarp. Hockey Shot. They're actually a Canadian company, and they got in touch with me and they said we'd like to do a collaboration with you. We'll give you $800 worth of off ice training kit. Choose whatever you want. We'll send it over to you just in return for doing a few videos for us. And I'm like, hell yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
So just get to go on the website and pick whatever I want from $800. I'm going to get into a new tarp because that one's looking a little well used, and get a little backyard setup going.
Well, that's really neat.
Mm,
That's a small world that they do that for you, and that's very nice of them. They must be good
mm,
people. If anybody does listen to us, it's been a long time since I played hockey, and people gave me equipment. I don't have any sticks left, and I my skates are 10 years old. So I don't want to pay to help coach kids. I don't want to buy sticks. I don't want to buy skates, but I do want to be out there. So I'll keep using what I have. But if anybody wants to give me something, I would accept.
You
Oh,
don't have,
God.
you don't get that's the main thing.
And you are the team physio as well for the Cardiff Canucks?
Yeah, so I'm team physio and strength and conditioning coach. So whilst we're at the arena, anyone's getting injured, I'm going over and checking on them. I run the gym sessions, and I also spent way too long putting together a player development handbook, which is got all of the information that all of the players on the team need to develop as individuals. So their nutrition, their sleep, their habits, their cardio, strength training, getting supplements, their recovery, their mental performance, discipline, all of the stuff that they need in one place. So then nobody's got any excuses to not develop as much as possible. And one of the beautiful things about that is the whole idea of the Canucks is supposed to bridge the gap between junior hockey and pro hockey. And if people are able to take on board that information and actually work on it for themselves, that's where they're going to be able to go. Um, and so, yeah, pretty exciting. I've also done my
Isn't it fun like trying to help? Like I know you guys have a lot of young kids on the team. Is it
yeah,
not so much fun to see them love it and want to get better? And then when you see them getting better, it's very
yeah,
rewarding.
absolutely. But I'm sure you know from coaching yourself, there's those that want to learn and want to listen and ask questions, and they take on the advice and then they get going, and you're like, wow, like this person is going to fly if they keep going with that attitude. So it's about trying to get everybody buying into the idea that they've still got to learn and leave their ego at the door, and that's how we get better. You're never perfect at hockey, right?
Oh, you can always work on things. And
Mm.
my I guess my co one of my coaching philosophies, if someone asked me what my coaching philosophy was one day, I don't know, old group chat talking with my team that won back in junior, and the one guy's like, when I was telling him about the boys winning and the girls winning, he said, "Oh, I need your systems." And it's like, well, there's no real systems here. Like I instruct them why they should go where a bit, but I find the kids that love hockey the most, that are having the most fun, that care the most about their teammates and their team, will try harder than the other team. And the team that tries hardest usually does pretty good.
Yeah,
And then it's
yeah,
funner because you tried harder.
yeah, of course. And when you lose, but you gave it your all, it doesn't matter.
It's not as
Right?
bad. But
Yeah,
when your team loses and there's been people that have taken bad penalties, not blocked the shot, not got it out, and then, you know, that like if not everybody gives it their all, it's tough to win.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Like we've got a good philosophy with the Canucks. It's like control the controllables. Like you can control your attitude, you can control your effort, you can control how you respond to what happens. Like everyone makes mistakes, but it's like forget the last shift, focus on the next one. And we start every practice with, get the small things right. It's not about getting everything right, but get the small things right. Communication, call for pucks, keep your stick on the ice, like make good passes. Once we can get those basic things right, like the rest kind of falls into place.
Yeah. And when everybody's in it together, one thing that like I've had to kind of nip in the bud at the start of seasons when I got new kids and stuff is like yelling on the bench when someone makes a mistake and like, the kids are passionate, they're wound up, and they'll be
Yeah.
yelling what that person should have done. It's like, whoa, whoa,
Hmm.
zip it. Hockey ain't an easy sport, and
No,
nobody went out there trying to make a mistake.
no.
So if you want them yelling at you when you're out there, maybe just
Hmm.
reel it in here and say nothing because they know they
Sure.
already messed up.
And how loud's your own voice in your head when you mess up, right? Like
Exactly. You don't need
you're
other
not even
people
gonna
telling
hear
you,
that
hey, you
stuff.
fucked up. I
Yeah.
know. Thank you.
Yeah. Like we did a super like complex, like lots of different steps to it skills drill today. Like pucks rimmed around the boards, you've got to pick it up, and then you've got to do like a figure of eight, passing it through these sticks, and then you've got to like play a pass and skate around, receive it, and then you go again with a rim, and then you've got to walk the blue line. It's like there's so many steps to it. You've got so much to think about whilst you're trying to do all of this like skill stuff at full speed. And like people are messing up left, right, and center. But then the next rep they fix that problem and then the next rep and then it's just you work on those things and if you got people giving you crap the whole time that's not going to help like
No, it doesn't help. And it was interesting when I was helping O'Reilly on the ice, moving pucks for him and doing whatever. Um, like if he didn't do a drill clean, if he messed up with the puck, he would get pissed off, like
mm,
noticeably pissed off at himself. And that guy doesn't need anybody telling him, "Hey, you just bobbled the puck."
no.
But it like when you care and you want to do every drill clean,
Hmm.
you get a lot closer to doing that when you
Yeah,
care enough.
yeah, I love the idea of the flow state. Have you heard of it before?
Well, I get it. Like it's when you're feeling the groove, feeling the
Yeah,
rhythm,
like,
feeling the
you're not
rhyme, give it
you're
up, it's
not
hockey
thinking.
time.
Yeah, exactly. Like you don't think, you just feel and you just go and you get on the ice and you know that you're ready and you don't need to pre-plan everything. You get on the ice and you just go and have fun and play your game and sometimes you're intense, sometimes you're enjoying it. Like you just get into that flow state. And when you can find that, that's when there aren't voices in your head. You don't
I
need to be.
believe that it's kind of like finding the pocket. It's a similar thing
Mm,
when you're feeling the groove, but it's kind of like if you go 5 games without scoring a goal, say like when I used to try to be a goal scorer. If I was going like 5 games without a goal, I'd be like, whoa. And then all of a sudden it seemed hard to score a goal. And then, one would go off my ass and in, and then all of a sudden it'd be easy again,
yeah,
because you stop thinking
yeah,
about it and stop worrying, and then you just go out and play.
yeah. Get rid of the block. And I think it's way too easy to put too much pressure on yourself. You get out there and you're worried about what people think and what the fans are watching and you're focused on not messing up and that makes you mess up more. Like if
Playing in front of fans, like a lot of fans, is a thing that you get used to, right? You build
mm,
up throughout hockey to get to that. Minor hockey, there's your parents and whatever watching. And then you get to the next stage and it's junior and there's some more people. But like, yeah, once you start going to finals and stuff and then the rinks are packed and sold out, like it for some people it can be intimidating, but for others you thrive on it and you love
yeah,
it. And but then every step you go higher, it's like, whoa, there's even more people.
yeah. Yeah, I don't even really think about the fans when I'm playing. I'm so focused on the game, I almost forget they're there. But you're aware of their reactions to stuff. Like you make a big hit and everyone goes crazy. But like
Right.
my
If you make a
girlfriend and
big
my
hit,
mom,
nobody says nothing. You're like, ah,
yeah,
yeah,
obviously wasn't that big.
yeah, cool. Thanks, guys.
Like my girlfriend and my mom, like, can you hear us? Like, we're screaming at the top of our lungs, and I'm like, I cannot hear you.
Are
No.
are they those people that are screaming at the top of their lungs? I guess I'm not a fan, but when I watch a game, I just stand there and watch.
Yeah, yeah, me too.
But when I'm watching my kids and their teams and
Mm,
it's close, there has been times when like they score a big goal where I've like hurt
yeah,
my hands slapping the
yeah,
glass, you know?
yeah. That's the thing. Like you're there, but like they are there because of me. They wouldn't be watching it otherwise, and
No.
so they are there for support. And like anything goes on, like whether it's aggression or celebration or whatever, like they're getting fired up just as much as I am.
They're right
And
into it. I love it.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
my mom used to watch my dad all through his pro career, and she was, so invested. Traveled all over the country with him. They lived in Durham.
And
They
then
lived
then you
in
just never
Nottingham.
played?
No, because my dad retired a year before I was born. So he retired in 1992 after winning gold at the World Championships with Great Britain, and then he retired that year. I was born in '93, and
What does that have to do with you playing? Why didn't you?
well, because he was done. So yeah, I don't agree with it, but it's I can kind of get like they've done all the travel. Like so, my brother is 4 years older than me, and he played and didn't like it when he was a kid. He was like, I'm tired, my feet hurt, I'm hot, like
I'm
just
hot.
all of the complaints. And his view is you should have just forced me to do it because I would have enjoyed it. And they're like, well, we're not going to make that commitment. Like the
Yeah.
cost, the travel,
Oh,
like the time spent in a -10 degree fucking ring.
yeah, no, it's a
All that
lot,
stuff.
man.
You don't
Like,
want to do it.
no, when like the parents that are on this gals team, when our tournament Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we started at 8 a.m., 7 a.m., and 7 a.m. Those were our 3 days of start times. And all these parents get hotels, you pay for it for the whole weekend, you drive all the way to the city, you sit in arenas at 7 a.m. to support your kids. And, if it wasn't for those people willing to do that, it doesn't work. But what your story reminds me of is my boy Scoot. He's my brother-in-law now. He's been on. Well, they have Mennonite heritage. So anyways, the older brother didn't play hockey. Scoot wants to play hockey. Parents say, no, we're not taking you. Your brother didn't play. You're not playing. Well,
Mhm.
it wasn't until he was of age to drive, so he was 17, he started playing hockey at like midget age and then played 1 year and then made junior D with the Wellesley Applejacks. And he knew the coach, but he was like a role player, but he was out there mucking it up. And then
Yeah.
he was also the Elmira Sure Kings mascot. He would dress up as a lion for us, and he was buddies with all of us. But he always wanted to play hockey his whole life, and it wasn't until he had his license that he got to play.
Mm.
And then he started right mucking it up.
Amazing. Well, I think you end up like having more passion and more drive and more enthusiasm for it when you've been held back from doing something and then you finally get the opportunity. Like for me, my dad taught me how to put my kit on for the first time in the garden. And I didn't even know what kit there was. I didn't know how to put it on. I didn't know what I was doing. And like, I just felt cool as hell just putting the kit on for the first time. When I got on the ice for the first time, I was like, this is a childhood dream just to play hockey once badly, right? I couldn't stop. I couldn't turn to the right because every Christmas public skate you go on, you only go around to the left.
You never go right.
Why do they not swap it around?
I don't know why you always go to the left. Like everywhere you do. And it wasn't until I went to Cardiff, Wales to play for Andrew Lord, which his jersey is up for raffle, folks, if you buy some fucking tickets. But he was the one that said, hey, you guys have all been skating around to the left your whole life. We're going to the right. And I'm
Yeah,
like, whoa, what? And I tell you, it was awkward.
yeah, for sure. I
But it
still
makes
feel a
sense.
lot
It's like,
stronger
well,
going
why
left.
not practice what you haven't done? Let's go around the other
Yeah,
way and shoot, it might just make us do crossovers that way better.
I'm
But I didn't
still
like
quite
it.
considerably faster going crossovers to the left than I am to the right. Like it's
The other thing you mentioned though, before I forget, was you said when you've wanted to do something for a long time and it you haven't got to, and then
Hmm.
you're more passionate is, well, there's a lot of parents in the hockey world, minor hockey parents, especially when they're in like under nine and everybody's going to the NHL. They'll play the season and then they'll do like four spring tournaments. They'll do all this hockey and pay all this money. And when the kids get too much hockey,
Mm.
come the time when it's actually time to play a ton of hockey, maybe you've fed them too much chocolate and they don't like chocolate so much.
Hmm.
Um, Maybe you should take it away a bit and let them have a
Yeah.
summer and be a kid.
Yeah,
And then
absolutely.
come the next season, they're into it and ready to dive headfirst into that season, not thinking,
Yeah.
oh, well, if this doesn't work out, I still got four spring tournaments after.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Just
it works
thinking
with
out
the
loud
same,
again.
right? Like if you're in a relationship and you spend too much time with that person, you don't miss them. You don't end up like yearning for it. Like if you're playing too much of a sport, it's going to become normal to you. Like I remember when I first went to the rink, my first ever hockey session, I saw the blue lights outside the arena and I looked and I was like squealing like a little 5-year old. Like I was so excited. And I was like, I never want to lose that. I never want to turn up to the rink and think, fuck, I got to get on the ice again, you know? And I
Yeah,
woke up
well,
this
that
morning, my
definitely
mind was up at
happens.
6:30.
That definitely
Oh,
happens when, like, I mean, you're in pro hockey, you're, you could be in Germany playing for a team that's not doing well. There's
hmm,
really no other Canadians on the team. The team's not jiving. And then you're going to show up to the rink to get bag skated because the team sucks. And you're like, man, really not loving this anymore. I,
yeah.
I'm I'm not showing up with a smile on my face. I know what's gonna come at us today, and it ain't gonna be fun, you know? And
Mhm.
then it feels like you're playing hockey to make money instead of why you ever played in the first place,
Yeah, of
you know?
course.
I
Of
remember the
course.
first days that the Columbus Blue Jackets gave me a check to go. It was like a PTO or whatever with the HL team, and I got like a check from Columbus and like I had actually got paid to play hockey, and I thought it was the neatest thing I've that's ever happened because I was like, somebody's gonna pay me to do what I love doing.
Yeah.
And then you would ask me 6 years later when my team sucks in Germany, and I'm like, good thing they're paying me to be doing this shit.
Yeah, for sure. I can relate with that. Like ski and snowboard instructor living in Japan, and I got given this 4-year-old kid for 3 days, and he didn't like skiing, and he would lie on the floor and just have a tantrum on the middle of the slope and refuse to get up, refuse to move, and I was just like, they couldn't pay me 10,000 to do this for the next 3 days. Like I am not going to lose my passion over skiing, snowboarding, teaching over this stupid casket. Right?
Yeah, yeah.
So he walks off, goes into this fancy hotel that he's staying at where you pay like so many thousands per night. And the kid is, I swear to God, banging his head up against the glass door.
I don't want to ski.
And he's just doing that. I was like, what am I supposed to do here? And the supervisor walked past and he was like, how's it going? I was like, I honestly, if you don't take me off of these lessons for the next 2 days, I quit.
Yeah,
I seriously quit.
yeah. When
And
things aren't fun, they're not fun.
yeah, so then the parents walked past and the kid's like putting his skis on, saying, oh yeah, I'm having a great time. I'm like, this little 4-year-old little narcissist. What the fuck is this?
It's fucking with everybody.
Oh man. So then I get to the end of the day and I was like, I'm serious. Like I'm not teaching this kid for the next 2 days. And they took me off of it. The next morning I get back in. Oh, the parents have requested you. They said they'll pay you extra for a request fee so that you can teach him because he had a good time with you. I'm like, I'm not doing it. Give me some
Oh,
teenagers that want to go shred powder.
well.
That's what I need.
Okay. I haven't looked at my notes yet because we've just been talking.
Nice.
You moved to Cardiff.
I have.
Have
I'm
you
in the
been
new
to Chippy
pad.
Lane?
I have. That's where the burrito place is.
Oh, are you going like midday for a burrito?
Before practice on a Tuesday, getting a burrito is unreal. Like park up at the train station, you get 15 minutes of free parking. I get my feet moving. I run
Yeah,
the
you
chippy
get
lane,
that burrito and you
grab
get moving
myself
before.
a massive burrito, run back, and get out the car park just before the 15 minutes
Well,
is
that's
up.
not the time of day to be going to Chippy Lane. You don't go before
No.
practice. You go after winning a game with your team.
Mm,
That's the way hockey's supposed to be. That's Cardiff Devils hockey.
yeah.
Canucks are a bit young. I understand that. But I've never been ID'd going to Chippy Lane. So if these kids want an experience, they should be going at night.
Yeah.
Hendo maybe shouldn't have such strict curfews, and these kids should learn about hockey because hockey is played on Chippy Lane.
Oh, of course. I think our main issue is most of our games are on Sunday nights. So we get off the ice at like 9 o'clock, and then we got to get up to the bar to go and meet fans and sign stuff. And then people go work the next day, so they're shooting off. Whereas we've got a few games in November where we're going to be playing on a Saturday. So that'll open
Saturday
up
night home game,
Chippy
no
to
Sunday game. It's go time.
yeah, absolutely. That's what we need. Because Devils have got all the good Saturday slots. So until we're playing in the Elite League, we get Sundays.
Yeah. Um, I just thinking out loud, I'll have you on here. If I make it back to Cardiff ever again, I think it'd be pretty neat to start an adult mini hockey game on Chippy Lane.
Oh, absolutely.
How fun would that be?
Get the mini sticks ready.
That would be and if you did it at the right time of night, you could end up having fans. And we
Oh,
said hockey's more fun with fans. What if you played
absolutely.
adult mini hockey on Chippy Lane?
Just got all these drunk people with their kebabs watching the mini sticks.
It would be a memorable night, and I like fun nights.
I
You know,
would. That sounds good.
I think that's it's a goal. That's a bucket list thing in my life now is mini hockey on Chippy Lane.
Oh, for sure. I think the next time you're in Cardiff, you're gonna have to hop on one of our sessions too.
Yeah, I can do that. It's weird. When I was playing and some coaches would be mean and teams wouldn't be good or teammates wouldn't be great. You don't like going as much, but when I'm around good people that love hockey and they're nice, I'll do whatever you want me to do. And when I'm going back to Germany in February, and then one of my buddies, one of my puppies, just had him on, Florian Mueller. He's coaching the under 9 team or something in Landshut, and I was like, hey, if you guys got practice when I'm coming, I'm all in. I'll come skate with you guys, like, because that'll be fun. I've
Let's
never,
see if he can sort some skates and a stick for you.
right? I'll come on the ice for a fee, and it's a stick or skates, whatever you want. But yeah, no, I used to go on the ice with the minor hockey teams in Germany, and I guess back when you're playing, you don't really think about it, but I guess it would be neat for the kids that a pro hockey player comes on the ice with you and skates, right? When you're a kid.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't really think about it when you're playing, you just kind of do stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anywho, so you're a coach now for these adults, beer leaguers
Hmm.
that get fed beer during games. You also have to play for Hendo. What's your favorite drill in practice?
Oh, favorite drill in practice. Uh, I like the battle drills. I
Me
like it
too.
when we turn the net around and we have a
The,
queue, two guys stood next to each other. Hendo's on the opposite side. He chips a puck in and we just battle.
yeah.
That's great. And if we do that sort of thing and then we have a game that weekend, like you're ready. Because we're, we're,
Yeah.
we're a lot nicer to each other in practice than we are when we're in our games against our opponents, right? Like I don't really aim to hit guys in our training session, and then I get on the ice for a game, and I'm like trying to send a guy over the boards into the bench every single game is the goal.
Well, like I I mean, I kind of disagree. Like I wouldn't try to injure anybody in practice.
Mm,
But when it was a one-on-one drill and I was going to go in there, I was going to hit the guy. Uh, and I remember Lordo said one of his favorite coaching stories now is when I was playing and we were doing a battle drill and it was just everybody was being nice and just playing. And
mm.
I hammered somebody. And then I said, let's get some animosity up in this bitch. And I think when you're competing, I always
Yeah,
think when you're doing anything, you should keep score. I
Yeah,
think when guys just go out and play and somebody scores and you're like, hoo-ha, it totally changes when you're keeping
yeah.
score one team against the other. And then everybody gets way more into it.
Yeah, well, we got rewarded on Tuesday night after our two wins in a row, and I said, right, we're split up into teams, and we're doing a 3v3 tournament. So we brought the goals in just outside the blue line, and then we had our team set up, and we were doing, I think it was 2 minute games, and then we did a semi-final and a final, and it was just epic. It was so much fun.
Competing
Uh,
is fun. When playing
yeah,
for to be champions or losing is what changes
mm,
everything than
yeah.
just practicing.
We got to the final and we were cooking the whole tournament. We were doing so well, but we had four guys, and Joe Morris was on the bench, and I thought he was coming off to change for me. And I just played a pass down towards their net, and I came over to the bench to change for him. He was actually going over to speak to the Zamboni guy to ask if we could have a little extra time to finish. And they got a breakaway and fucking scored on it. I was devastated.
Oh my God. It was so Joe wasn't focused or you weren't?
Oh no! Well, I thought that he was changing, so he got onto the ice, and I was like, "Okay, you can go." And then they got a breakaway. So, yeah, a little
Speaking
miscommunication
of those
there.
fun 3-on-3 tournaments, brings back a great memory was my boys the first year I was coaching under 13 boys. Tournament gets canceled on the weekend. Um, so we have nothing going on. So we rented the ice and I made a trophy, built it myself. Um,
I'd love to
and
see that.
oh, I make great trophies. It's one of my pastimes. Haven't done it for my golf tournaments, all this hockey stuff. Yeah, make great trophies. It's a pastime of mine. But made a trophy, split the team up 3-on-3 teams, three teams, round robin, semis, finals. Um, but we need an extra goalie because there's three teams, and I strapped on the pads, borrowed the goalie gear from the guy I helped coach the Ripley Wolves with last year. Strapped on the pads, shut out first game,
No way.
and built the trophy, won the trophy.
Oh, that's unreal. Had you
And
played a goal before?
only once at Western Michigan, like a fun Christmas skate. And I went out there with NCAA players on my team that were shooting pucks at me. And I'm like, this is the stupidest position I've ever played in
Wow.
my life. I'm never doing it again. Because they'd come in and like try and hit me in the head. And it was like, well, this is stupid. I don't want to be in here. But I did one day. But this was only my second time on the ice as a goalie. And I won a championship that day. And I have the shutout puck back there and won a championship.
Unreal.
So
I'm
it
guessing they were a little easier than the NCAA.
honestly that there I was just thrilled my son never scored a goal on me that day. Because and then
Bragging rights,
I could hang it over his head forever because
of
he couldn't
course.
score me. But no, goalie is a very difficult position, man. They put a lot of equipment on you and those pads aren't easy to move around and so
Yeah.
I'm definitely no goalie.
No, I've never tried, but I have seen quite a lot of players go into goal in beer league games, and it's a very very funny sight, especially when they're in player skates as well.
So, next thing, small world with the Canucks,
Mhm.
is you guys have a new match night announcer who is my music maker guy. He made me a song about
Oh yeah,
the podcast, and I have been so busy, I haven't figured out how to get it back on the show here. But um, he made me a song and I'll never forget that. And I didn't even like know the guy then, but now he's came to Kincardine and visited me. I made
no
him
way.
dinner, him and his gal dinner, and we went on a golf cart ride that was a bit different. And we're like buddies and he supports me, I support him, but he is your match night announcer now and he is all in with the Canucks.
Oh, I did a great job. Yeah, awesome atmosphere and good guy.
Great guy and passionate about hockey and you want some passion around the team, don't you?
It's huge. It's huge. If you're trying to get the crowd going, you gotta be going yourself, right?
You got to be into it.
Mm,
Mm.
yeah, no, good to have him aboard. He did a great job.
So you've moved to Cardiff. I saw one of your posts. You're working as a physio guy at the
Mhm.
Nutfield or Newfield or whatever it's called?
Sheffield. Yeah, I work at two different private hospitals. So there's one called St. Joseph's, which is in Newport, and then I'm there Monday to Thursday, and then on a Friday I'm at Nuffield, which is another private hospital. So I'm splitting
Is
my
that
time.
not right by the rink?
There is a Nuffield in the Bay, but there's another one, so they don't do orthopedic surgery stuff there. So I'm working at the one at Vale of Glamorgan, which is like just west of Cardiff. So
Is Dr. Pembo still around? Dr.
mm,
Pemberton?
don't recognize the name.
Has he hung up the whatever you call a doctor, the gown?
Hung up the scrubs.
Because when I saw your post that that's where you're working, that is where, well, when I was having knee issues playing for the
Right.
Devils, the first year I do my physio there and whatever, and then Urge fixed me up. But then the next season when I needed surgery, Pembo gave me surgery. But right
Sweet.
before, I went into that enough field and they sucked out all the, like my knee was filled with fluid and
Right.
then they like sucked it all out and it was
Fun.
disgusting. And when I saw your post of that place, it just
Yeah.
reminded me of getting all the juice sucked out of my knee and then having surgery.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
small
I've
world.
I've watched a whole load of surgeries now. It's so fascinating. I don't get squeamish by stuff, but
I was
um,
always asleep when they were doing it.
we try not to put people asleep now. Try to just give them a spinal block so they're pretty much paralyzed from the waist down. They can't feel or move anything, but they're awake and they have better recovery from it. So
Really?
yeah, it's wild.
So like then they like they can't so they're paralyzed, so they don't have to like watch
Just
you open them up and shit.
no, so they put like a blue like fabric screen between them, and like the leg is just like hanging out the other side. So they can't see it, but they can hear it. And there's like drilling, hammering, chiseling, all that fun stuff. And yeah, I was watching somebody had broken their thigh bone, and they had to have a metal rod put into it in order to fixate it. And so it was the most brutal thing I've ever seen in my entire life. And I didn't realize until halfway through when I heard some talking. I went around the screen, and the anesthetist was talking to the patient, and they were fully awake the whole time. I'm like, this is wild.
Man, just talking about this actually is making my knee hurt. Like, it's actually weird. My knee hurts quite often, but it's actually making it hurt just talking about this stuff.
Yeah. Well, I'm no
Uh,
good physio. You need one.
so didn't I looked at your stats last season? Um, you got hurt.
I did. I did in a practice session.
I
Got hit.
remember you seeing you stick handle with one arm,
Mhm.
and you were working on your hands with one hand. And I thought, wow, this guy's dedicated. When I was hurt, it's like I don't want to do anything until I'm better.
Yeah. Yeah. I had my sling on, stick handling with one hand, and then I was getting on the ice, unable to use the other arm, but I was still getting on, pushing pucks around, working on
You're
my skate. They'd be doing drills down one half of the ice, and I'd be working on skating and stick handling and just one hand. And I think that's the best way of getting through injury is find a way of doing stuff that's not going to aggravate your injury to let it heal, and then you can stay fit, stay strong, stay skilled, and
right.
eventually, when you're back, you're better.
Yeah, no, yeah. So are you getting better still? Because that guy Scoot I was telling you about,
Mm-hmm.
he didn't start till he was 17. He played through junior with the Apple Jacks and was the mascot, dressed as a lion, and got in a fight in the Southern Cup Finals against Joey Martin's brother's team, JJ. The mascots fought in the hallway.
Wow.
Yeah, it was neat. It was old school hockey. But he said if I would have been good at hockey, I'd be good by now. And
Right.
he's like, I am what I am. And I played him on an outdoor rink at Christmas a couple years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, whacking my shins, no control of a stick.
Right.
It hurt, man. I left with a win, but bruised shins.
Yeah.
So are you still getting better? And is there still lots of room to grow?
Every single time I get on the ice, something's improving. Like I said to Hendo today, that drill I told you about earlier, like so many aspects of that, so many skills that we need, so much intensity. And I went first. I felt confident. I got it all right. I was able to do it good quality. Like I'm not the most skilled guy on the team, but I will be the hardest worker in the room every single time. I will not be outworked. And I love learning. I love teaching. And I find that when I teach other people the stuff that I'm learning, it makes me understand it better. So
Ain't that the truth?
yeah, like that's why the coaching thing, when I first started 3 months in and I'm coaching other people, I'm like, when I explain this to other people, it makes more sense to me. And
Mm.
now I'm learning whilst I'm teaching. So
No, yeah, like I got a great setup with work. I work for the best guy ever, the CEO in this town, and um he has me make a lot of training videos for like the
of
company, and I don't really like it because I hate seeing these videos with my voice talking over them.
course.
But then when I'm making them, I learn like
Mhm.
what we're all we're doing, and then it's like when people ask me, I'm like, well, I made the video.
Uh, so
Uh,
awesome. Yeah, I find that's my like I don't just work well under pressure, like I only work well under pressure. And so I've
mm.
been thrown into this environment where everyone there has been playing since they were a kid. They, grown up on skates. They know how to do all of this stuff. They've been taught all of the things from the mistakes they made when they were younger. And I'm just like soaking it all up. I'm like a sponge. And I know that I'm fast. I know I'm strong. I've just got to be able to put that
Put the
into
skill element to it.
yeah, absolutely. And I think that the skills individually are absolutely fine. Like, and do anything if it's on its own. It's when you're like, we're doing a stick handling whilst skating. Like you heard the Iron Cross, where you're like inside of the face off circle and you go to the middle and then the right and then you go back to the middle and back forwards. Like we're doing that with a puck stick handling, pretending we're on the power play and we've got to look like we're ready to shoot at any moment. And I'm like, this is a lot of coordination and thought process, and like you're not looking at the puck and you go and it's hard and then you go again and it's a little easier and you go again and I'm like, I love it.
Yeah.
uh, that's where I thrive. And everyone's watching, the 6 guys on practice this morning and Hendo. And so every time you're going in for a drill, everyone's watching. You're expected to do it right. You're expected to do it with intensity. And yeah, I love that shit. That's what gets me going.
When you feel like you're getting better at something, can get the juices flowing, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. When you do it better the next time, you're like, oh yeah, here we go.
Yeah, well, like when I did my ski and snowboard instructing course, they were teaching us about the ways that people learn. And it's huge. Like you've got visual learning, you watch somebody do something and then you replicate it. You hear somebody tell you and you listen to it, and then you hear those words and you're like, right now I can put that into practice. And then you've got the kinesthetic, which is I know what it feels like. And I could close my eyes and I'd be able to feel that feeling and know that I'm getting it right. And so
I
if you do
I
all three of those things, and everyone has a mix of those things, you wouldn't be all one of them. But if you tell somebody how to do something and then you show them and then they try it and then they feel it, then that process just repeated.
yeah, no, it's the same with like coaching kids and then they see
Mm.
it work and then they're like, I had this face-off play with the kids in the D zone last year. I'm not going to bring it up. It's my play. But um when we do it and get a breakaway off of it, the kids will be like, "Oh," and like me and the other coach would look at each other like, "Huh, it works." And it's so neat when like you draw it up and then it actually happens and you're like,
Yeah,
huh.
yeah, it's so
But
good.
then playing for Andrew Lord, which his jersey is for raffle to help the Cardiff Canucks, folks, if anybody gives a shit about him anymore.
Buy a
Um,
ticket.
yeah, at raffle ID 395527 or find it on my Instagram. But anyways, he had a way of like he would do these skills days and then he would like say you got to hold your stick like this and you got to do this and then you do this outside edge thing and like the stuff he was making it like literal what I'd like taught myself on the driveway playing hockey all day, every day as a kid.
Yeah.
He was like saying, "This is how to do it." And I'm like, huh, I've never had someone like tell me what
Yeah.
you're supposed to do. I've just learned how to do it on my own, you know?
And that's the biggest challenge with trying to learn a sport at this point in my life and being surrounded by people that it's all second nature for, is I'm having to think about all of those individual skills until they become second nature. And all while you're supposed to be aware of where all your teammates are and who's trying to kill you. And
Yeah, yeah. And when you can do things without thinking about them, when you can have your head up and be making those plays like you're doing the Iron Cross with the puck, if you can do those things, then when it comes game time, you don't have to think about, can I handle this puck and move
yeah,
around? You just do it while you're looking
yeah.
around.
And making passes, you just look at where the person is and where they're going to be, and you just know if I look at that spot and I pass there, it's going to go there. You don't have to look at the puck anymore. And yeah, we've got some guys on our team that are very, very good at looking at the puck and not very good at looking elsewhere, and
Mm.
super dangerous. You know, when you're in
Well,
the
those players exist even like all over pro hockey too, though. I'd get put on lines where they would tell me this winger's so good, and then you'd get out there with him, and you're like, so all he does is skate up and down the wing and shoot. He doesn't know that the rest of us are out here. It's like this is a tough sell.
yeah,
I'm not buying it. He needs to be
yeah.
able to see while he has the puck.
Yeah, and it's huge in new players because when I'm coaching these rec guys, I'm like, look at the puck on your stick, know that it's there, and now look at the goal. You already know it's there. You don't need to look at it anymore.
No, you just need to feel
Yeah,
it.
I'm like, because the most important thing is if you look up at the goal and the goalie's on the right and the whole left side of the net's open, if you're just looking at the puck and shoot it, you might shoot it straight at the goalie. You might have half the net open to shoot into.
Oh
So,
yeah, there's a lot to it, but yeah, the more you practice, the better
yeah,
you get, is usually what
yeah,
they say. But
yeah.
so with the Cardiff Canucks, Max Beerbreyer is now the president of the Fife Flyers.
hmm
Man, so who's scoring the goals if we're 2-1?
Well, we've got Sam Davies was the top point scorer last season. That wasn't Max Burber. I think they were very much likeness with each other. Um, Very different players though. Sam Davies, I think he's only 21. He's a roller hockey player. His hands are just ridiculous. Like he can toe drag through three guys at the same time and make it look effortless. We've got Ozzy, who has just come on, Steve Osman. He has played at multiple different levels of national and done very well. And so he's come on as one of our veteran guys, along with one of his friends, Joe Terrell, who is very good. So those guys match up really well. Zach Shanahan and Giacomo, and with some of the other veteran guys from last season, all tearing it up too. And then we got a lot of good junior guys as well. So
Some good mix though. So it's
yeah,
got to be a lot of work for Hendo for this team
mm,
because he still has all his Hendrix hockey shit going on and doing
yeah,
all these camps and all this stuff. But he also still has to build a team. He's got guys coming in the door, out the door, and he's got match nights to deal with. He's the coach. He's the everything, eh?
it's not just a full time job. It's like all of the day.
Right.
Yeah, it's also managing expectations with kids and parents. It's
Mm,
not junior hockey standalone. You've got a nice mix of the veteran guys and junior guys, but when you got parents involved, as you know, it's quite challenging. Their expectations and um, there's a lot of promises they feel like should be upheld, and then challenges. So all of that stuff. Yeah, there's a lot going on, but I mean, we're smashing it as a team. It's such a good vibe. We have so much fun. Like the bus rides are great. The changing room is great. We're all having fun on the bench. Like
that's
it's
what
a
it's all about.
yeah, great atmosphere to be a part of and a great group. I feel like we're a stronger group than we were last year, even though we're a lot of fresh guys on the start of the season. So
Well,
should
once
be
you build
for
something,
it.
you want it to keep going the right
Mm,
direction, right?
yeah.
So, you guys have player of the game. Are you still giving out the cowboy hat?
Oh yeah.
Cowboy hat's there to stay, eh?
Yeah, and Victor's amazing chant that he does for when we win.
Oh yeah.
which is just such
If
a
anybody hasn't
cool.
listened to the guy I'm trying to sponsor, but nobody will buy tickets for the raffle because everybody hates Andrew Lord because he wouldn't let me eat bagels in the locker room. And he made me work out at like 7 a.m. before going to do my MBA. Um, I understand he can be hard on you, but we just need people to buy tickets so we can sponsor Victor, right?
Got to be in it to win it.
I mean, I understand he's a lot for people, but um my last season of pro hockey, I weighed in at 171 pounds at the start of the season. It was the lightest I had been since my rookie year. And it was Lordo pushing me and caring and wanting to win and wanting the best out of his players. What he didn't know is that I was actually kind of good with a bit of a barrel, you know? Then nobody could push me around. But people can buy his tickets for his jersey at Raffle.
And they should.
And they should to help support the Canucks because how hockey is it that I protected Hendo for years? So we played together in Dayton as rookies. Then we don't see each other again after marching to the finals and almost winning it all, with broken sticks and no budget, a team going bankrupt. To then going to Cardiff with the new owners and we win the Challenge Cup together. Then he falls in love and makes his own hockey team called the Cardiff Canucks. And because I protected him for so many years, he puts my logo on the jerseys. That's hockey.
That is hockey, baby.
Yeah. And, you're welcome for protecting you all those years?
Because he was just a small skill guy, right?
Yeah. Well, he had a strange skill set, actually. He was skilled,
He's
but
very skilled, yeah.
he was a power play guy in the OHL and even in pro, and he does have skill, but he also can fight everybody.
Seen a fair amount of videos.
That's a weird skill set. And what's
Yeah,
also weird about him is getting drafted to the NHL twice by the same team.
for
And then you end up in Dayton, Ohio with me. What a world.
yeah, for sure. My dad was at Ohio State University. That's where he played his best hockey, I think. Because
Is
then
that right?
once you come to the UK, it's not quite the same. I mean,
Well, I don't have enough good things to say about playing hockey in the UK. Playing in that elite league, seeing where it's at now from when I played there, I remember being in the second league in Germany, and the UK wasn't on my radar until it was.
yeah,
Now it's on players' radars. They're making
yeah,
more money. It's a bigger deal. It's better hockey.
mm,
But I've also noticed that they're mucking it up like old school, like back when I played. There's been a lot of fights at the start of the season, and I appreciate that stuff. So do the Cardiff Canucks fight?
yeah. I mean, it doesn't happen enough like properly. It's more like scraps. I'm still eagerly anticipating my first proper fight. I'm keen for it, but gotta have the
Just,
right
just,
up.
just go get it.
Yeah, well, I'm
That'll
trying to
get
make.
the boys fired up, man. Just go get in a
Yeah.
fight. If it's the right time of the game, if
Mm.
actually it doesn't matter what time of the game it is, fighting is great. I didn't do it that often, but I was willing to do it because,
Mm.
I'm supposed to be the little skill guy, but I thought I could bring a team together showing I will go out and chuck knuckles and
Yeah,
maybe get beat up a little touch, but not too bad. But
yeah,
like I think it brings a team together if
of
guys
course.
will go out and show what they're willing to do to win.
Yeah, I think there's also with the game that we're trying to play as a team, like the fighting isn't an important part of it at the moment. That's not been drilled into us.
Okay.
So especially as
Hendo's
somebody
changed.
who's well, especially as someone who's trying to prove myself in the team and be someone who I can be seen as reliable. Like I want to make sure that I'm doing the right things at the right time, and
Well, just so
that
you
I can,
know,
you
if
know,
you can muck it up, do everything for the team any way you can, and then also throw fighting into the mix, Hendo's going to be fine with it. I'm not a coach of the Canucks, but Hendo's
no,
going to
of
be fine with it.
course. Yeah, right place and the right time. I think the
Yeah.
one. the two opportunities where I've wanted to fight. The first one, this guy was being an asshole to the juniors and like calling them out, and I was like, "Okay, we'll pick on someone your own size." And he skates off, and he's like, "Oh, you guys only want to fight when you're wearing cages." And I'm like, "I'm not wearing a fucking cage."
Yeah. Oh, he
And
was
so
all
then,
talk. He's all
yeah.
talk.
So then Hendo sends a guy out from last season to go and fight him, and he didn't want to fight him, and then he cross-checked Sam Davies in the back, and so our guy jumped him, and they had a nice scrap center ice. The guy wasn't scary at all. And then the second time is I just set up our guy Arthur from last season for a goal, and we're celebrating. This guy cross checks me as I'm skating past him, and I'm like, I'm not going to stop celebrating a goal to fight you whilst you're mourning the loss.
No. It's interesting when you get out of hockey and you see pictures of hockey being played. When I see the pictures of the Canucks scoring goals, winning games, I appreciate seeing the logo on the jerseys. It makes me all hot and bothered.
Of course,
But seeing people's faces when one team scores a goal and every guy on the ice is so happy to see the big
yeah.
smiles, but then seeing the guys that got scored on, how sad they are. They got their tails between their legs. I get such a kick out of it because they're like, oh, and then the other guy's like, yeah.
Did you see the OT winner where Zach Shanahan did the spinorama backhand pass, and then
In the playoffs last year.
yeah, and they had, I think, two or three guys were just lying face down on the ice for about
Yeah, that's what
5.
I'm talking about. They're like, oh my God, it's over. And, I might be too much as a coach in kids hockey. I might be too much. Um, we won some games this weekend and we won a game to go to the finals. And when the kids came by to shake the coach's hands, the goalie was crying. So then when we were going into the finals and, the head coach does a speech and he's like, well, you got anything to say? And I was like, well, yeah. Last game, girls played good. I'm like, but when the goalie came by to shake her hands, she was crying. I'm like, there's nothing wrong with crying after losing a hockey game. That means she cares. That means she's passionate. And I'm like, I've cried after losing hockey games. Cried in Cardiff after we lost in the playoffs because I
Mm,
I knew you only get so many chances to win.
of
But
course.
I said, I want to see how many girls we can make cry this season.
Oh
I That
no.
baby's too bad. That's too far in under 11 girls. But then we won the
Oh,
finals and the girls shook hands and some of the girls skated over to me and they're like, we made three cry.
oh my God, they're counting. Wow.
That's too far, isn't it? I don't know
Well,
where
I
the line is
mean,
sometimes. I gotta
I guess it depends. Once you get to that like cutoff limit of like 12-0 and then they stop counting, like
Well,
maybe,
that's
maybe,
different than playing a finals and
yeah.
it's a
If it's a
good
close
game,
game,
you know?
yeah,
Yeah.
and you
I
went
don't think if you're
fair and
losing
square.
12 nothing, anybody's crying, and that's not what I was getting at. It's and I'm sorry. But moving on. This is somebody wanted me to ask this to people.
Hmm.
What is your favorite hockey story? Doesn't have to be on the ice, doesn't have to be off the ice. It can be whatever you think is a neat story from being part of the game. I know it's a tough question. I'll let you think about it.
That's a really tough question.
Hmm.
Um,
I wouldn't even know where to start if somebody asked me this. So I don't know why I'm putting people in this position.
my favorite moment from hockey. Um, oh, can I have two?
Yeah?
So the first one was our first game with Canucks.
And you
We
guys won.
I wasn't even supposed to be playing that game. Like I was told, you're coming on, you're going to be training only. You might get a game towards the end of the season, but I'm not going to promise you anything. And then a guy calls in sick, and I somehow end up on second line center and assist the first goal of Canucks history. And we then go to overtime when it's 1-1, and we get the goal, and we've won the first game against our local rival. and it was like we were celebrating the Stanley Cup final. Like it was absolutely phenomenal. Everyone's throwing their kit. You know, everyone's on the ice. That was just a ridiculous vibe. So that whole
And
experience.
then Victor does his I
Oh,
remember seeing the video and it's like
yeah,
traditions in hockey start in weird times and
yeah.
moments and then they stick. It's like get chocolate thrown on the ice in Manchester for the Manchester
Oh,
Storm. I never played for them, but they chuck chocolate on the ice after every win, and I'm a part of that. And I think it's so neat. But when I saw the video and the passion in everybody's eyes, and how
oh,
much everybody cared, I realized Hendo was starting something special.
oh, it was huge. Like that was an all-time moment for life in general, let alone just hockey. I think playing that game was huge for me. Like I had all of my family there. There were like 20 of them in the stands watching, and it was so special. So that was really, really cool.
That is
The
cool.
the second one I'm going to go for is the first hockey game I ever played. This is where I'm still wearing all of my dad's kit. I've got, everything is older than me. It's late 80s, early 90s. I'm wearing his skates that don't fit me. I've got a wooden stick that's got like gold wrap on it. Um, and I got an assist and a goal, and I got man of the match, and it was awarded by a pro player who was reffing for us, and I was just like, this is just wild. I just felt like I just joined the community and got welcomed in, and yeah, it was
And
something.
you've never turned back since, eh?
No, you chase that feeling. It's like when you play golf, right? You can play the worst round of golf, but you have one shot where you make a good connection and you're like, I'm gonna spend the rest of my life chasing that feeling.
Well, it was like seeing these girls, this new team I'm a part of. I'm an assistant coach. The head coach is great. Um, he's been coaching gals forever. He loves it. His daughter's unbelievable. But then seeing the team win and everybody smiles in that team photo with the medals, they didn't give us a trophy. If you're gonna host a tournament, have a trophy
Mm.
to give to the team. I can build them if
Medals.
you want. If I'm coming to the tournament, I'll build the trophy. It's no big deal. But we should have a trophy for the whole team. But so the coach could put it in his garage or something. But seeing those kids' faces after knowing how hard they worked, how early they had to get up to play hockey, and they went out and did what they needed to do to win. It teaches you a lot of life lessons when you grow up.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I can get up early and get the job done. I can go do whatever it takes to win. And I'm going to do it for my teammates, you know?
Mm. Yeah, no, it's really cool for me now being part of a team sport. Like I grew up playing football, but stopped when I was like 14, 15. And then every sport I've done since then has just been, skiing, snowboarding, mountain biking, like things where you're like tennis, you're just on your own against either the atmosphere or an opponent. And now being part of a team and,
It's a whole different thing, right?
it's huge. The social side of it, the fact that you feel like you're going to war with the guys,
Yeah.
and you do everything for them, and it's such a cool. Like you can't even put it into words, and I'm sure that's a hard thing for a lot of hockey players moving on from hockey, especially pro hockey, where you're on the road and practice multiple times a week, and then all of a sudden you go to not being part of a team, and you're like, now what? This is weird. And so
I
then going
I
into coaching,
I'll never forget it the day I went to my hometown to visit buddies. I was the first year out of the game. They put on the Leaf game like everybody does around here. And they they're showing the game. I hadn't watched hockey since being done. And then Canada was playing and they show all the guys on the bench getting ready to go to war together. Everybody, you see their faces, you see how into it they are, ready to do whatever it takes for each other. And I got sad. I got choked up because I'm like, I'm never gonna feel that way again.
yeah,
I'm never gonna feel that passion, that brotherhood. Um, and I got all sad. And then what's weird about coaching these kids is I get that feeling
Yeah,
again now. It's
yeah,
like when we're going to the All Ontario final game, my juices are flowing more than ever when I
yeah.
played. And I now have to stand there and act like it's no big deal. But my heart is racing.
The 8-year-old inside of you
Oh
is
man,
hyped
it's like
up, and
I want to put my skates on and get my stick out so
yeah,
bad, but I'm not
oh,
of
it's
age to
hard,
do
isn't
it
it?
here. Yeah.
It's so hard.
But
And
like, yeah, coaching the kids can change your whole mindset and
yeah,
attitude, and then you get that family again. You get your
of
hockey family, and you get to make new friends and screw around with them in the room
course.
and like play hockey, you know?
Yeah.
Playing
Well,
hockey isn't all about playing hockey.
no, no, there's so much to it. And like this team that I was coaching, their first year playing hockey, and it was my first year playing hockey as well, but I wasn't playing with them. I was just coaching. And they got beat 17-1 by a Cardiff
Mm,
team called the Cardiff Dragons. And so I was like, right, the skill difference wasn't big enough that it should be a 17-1 loss. I was like, all I've got to do is get some very simple structure into this team, and they know where each other are, they know where to go, they know what to do with the puck when they get it. And if they can have that, like, what do you do in the defensive zone? What do you do to get into the offensive zone? And then how do you like play, the intensity, the aggression, like, everyone feels really cool when they're playing hockey. Like they say, I play hockey, it's a brutal sport, and then they don't play like it's how they describe it, right? So I got them into this mentality. It's like 2 months later they play and they won 8-4 against this same team, and it was huge,
oh, a team you lost
absolutely huge.
17-1 to, you beat
Yeah,
8-4 a couple
yeah.
months later. Oh
two
man, that
months
that
training
would
once a
that's
week.
a big day.
Oh, it was wild. I was just like teaching them the basics of structure and positions. And once everyone knew what they needed to do and where each other were going to be, it was huge. There's no more just getting rid of the puck. And they didn't have an increased skill much, like once a week on the ice in 8 weeks.
Well, that's the whole thing I think about being able to do this is well, like me and my teammates always had a good vibe. And like if I said I was going to be here, I'm going to be here. And
Hmm.
if I said I'm going to be here, I'm going to be there. And when I'm trying to set this up, it's like, well, I got an hour window, on lunch on Wednesday at noon. Guys will make the play for me. And that's hockey. You need your buddies to also make the plays
Yeah,
because you can't do it yourself.
of course, of course. And I had that a lot playing in beer league before, where I was playing with the first team that I ever started with, but then I was playing with three other teams and they were in a league above each one. And so then when I'm playing with this team that I started with, I was like, I just want my teammates to do really well. I don't want to score goals. I don't want to look like the star player. And so everyone on my team was like, you got to shoot, you got to score, you got to get us ahead. And I was like, I don't want to do that. I was like, I am going to get 5 assists before I shoot. I'm not going to single puck until I got 5 assists. And
I totally understand.
I got one of my good friends, Matt, a hat trick, and my other line mate, Craig, he got two, so I got the 5 assists. And my first shot was like hard angle, like pretty much on the goal line, and it went between the goalie's head and the goalpost and went in, and it was fucking wild. Then we see the score sheet after the game, and Matt didn't get a hat trick. They didn't give him the goal. And so we were like,
Well,
it's
that
not.
doesn't actually matter because he
No,
knows.
but he was upset because I didn't actually get the hat trick, like they didn't count it. So I was like, okay, next game we go into, I am getting you a hat trick. My entire goal in this game is to get you your name back of Matty the Hattie. I was like, we're doing this. And
Go
so
stand by the net.
yeah, so on an offensive zone face-off, I'd always aim to go to the right side because I'm a lefty, and I'd say, I want you to stand in line with the back post, a little further back than the hash marks, and I'm going to get this face-off to you, and I want you ready to do a 1T into the left side of the net. And he scored 3 times like that.
Ah, man, it's It's so much fun when you and the teammates jive and you're on the
Yeah,
same page. And I'll never forget, you know, Denmark was fun. We won. Won in game 7 in the finals. Um,
nice.
and like it was all good, but then I didn't have that much fun playing hockey that year. Like I did well and we won. But then I went to Cardiff and the team had Hendo on it, had so many beauties, like so many dandies that knew how to hockey. And I couldn't believe the roster of beauties they put together. And I had so much fun playing hockey, like not just on the ice, every practice, every time you showed up to the rink, you didn't know what was going to happen because the guys, you know, they were unpredictable because they were going to do something so hockey that you're like, whoa. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Um, like Hendo and Carl Hudson and Deese, the equip manager, strapping on the goalie gear after a practice. Everybody's gone. We'd had like a cabina fest and people had beers and everybody had left. And then they start shooting pucks at each other in goalie gear in the locker room. And the coach walks in and sees this. I'm like, and like the stories were just incredible. And I think that's what
Oh,
hockey's all about is
yeah.
making great stories that,
Yeah, of course.
and friendships that last forever.
Yeah, so good. I got known for being the buffet guy last season because not only do I eat a lot of food, but I was living in Bath. It's an hour and a half drive to get to hockey over to Cardiff, and we were practicing 5 times a week. And so I'm driving back and forth constantly on the road, don't have the opportunity to buy food at the supermarket and cook it at home. I'm just having to eat wherever I can go. And so I was just looking up different buffets that I could go to. And I found this one that was near my work, and it was like £11 for all you can eat. And it was an Indian place. And I was just able to get through like 7, 8, 9, 10 plates of food. And it's, so I got
Were you
all of the
farting
guys.
after like I was on the bench last weekend?
Definitely not in front of the ladies.
Oh man, it was tough. Like I had no control over it. We're playing at
Oh,
7 a.m. It's early for everybody. And then all of a sudden your coach starts farting on the bench. That's brutal.
that's awful.
But
Oh,
everybody was laughing about it. Then we showed up to practice last night. They had a new nickname for me. I forget what it was. Something about McFarty pants or something.
oh, it's so good.
That's hockey.
Yeah, so we managed to get like 15 of us to go to the buffet together last season, which was pretty sweet, getting everyone together. And it was very interesting how many of them still eat like 4-year-olds that have got some thing going on, like their food can't touch. They'll only eat the chicken nuggets and the chips.
Oh, they're still
Plain foods
kids.
only, no sauce. And I'm like, you guys are like nearly adults now.
Oh man, that brings back a memory that it's not a good one for me as a teammate. I was just trying to teach them how to be people. But in Germany, our budget goes way down and we sign all these kids and then they're like, you stay, we'll get through this and blah blah blah, whatever. So all these kids are on my team and we have the beer tent at the start of the season that usually brings the team together. And all these kids have the sticker on their brim of their hat. Like, this is how big my head is. Like, why would you keep the sticker on your hat? You bought it, take it off, and wear the hat. So I took their stickers off their hats. I didn't realize how long they'd been wearing these hats for. So then all their hats had a brand new circle without a sticker on it. And they weren't thrilled about it because they didn't make enough money to buy new hats. So they didn't like that I had taken the sticker off their hat, but I was just trying to teach them how to be an adult. And they weren't rappers that need the sticker on the hat.
Oh my God. I had that with my Canucks hat from last season. I put it through the wash to try and clean it, and it took the stick. Like it has a sticker, but it does. It's not a size sticker on it, right? It's like the brand sticker, and yeah, came off, and I've now got a big circle on there on the
Well,
P.
take the fucking stickers off your hat, okay? If you want me to teach you how to hockey, take the
No
fucking
sticker on
stickers off. Yeah.
it.
I was
Oh
just trying to
wow.
help, but they didn't like it. And then I realized I had gone too far again, you know?
Mm.
It's like farting on
But
the bench.
back to farting on the bench. That's
Okay.
permanent.
Last question. Every team needs one. When I played with the Cardiff Devils, there was a lot of them. Like a lot. Who is the clown in the dressing room this year?
Who's the clown in the dressing room?
Who's the one that makes people laugh and have fun?
We got a lot of guys that are like that and having fun. I don't know if there's one specific person who's we just got, yeah, everyone's vibing, everyone's having a good time. Um
Everybody's enjoying each other's company.
yeah, everyone's having a great time. And I think the dynamic between, like, it goes from 40 years old down to 15. We got some prospects. And, the dynamic between, like, how do you not know that to a 16 versus, like, just like teasing each other. Yeah,
Right.
it's
Playing
great.
hockey.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's such a funny dynamic. Like, I realize now that I'm turning 32 in December, I'm like, I'm actually twice the age of these juniors, but I don't feel like it.
Right, because we're in the same locker room.
Yeah, and I'm definitely not going to get beat by them. Like, Hendo likes giving us, rather than bag skating us, he would say, right, the D's going to go onto the face-off circle, the forward's going to start on the goal line, forward's got a puck, and the D's not allowed to turn around till you get to the halfway line, and you're just going to race to the other net. And I'm like, I'm not going to lose. I will
Well,
not
you got
lose.
to
I
make
don't care
things
how young you are.
competitive.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
never understood the whole line up on the line and we're all just going to skate. And
Yeah,
then the people that finish first, way to go. And then the
yeah,
guys that finish last feel bad. But like,
yeah,
let's make this competitive. Like,
yeah.
let's go one on one and see who can skate the fastest. Like,
We did
competing
do
is
a good
fun.
one. Endo puts the goal facing you, and everyone's on the goal line. It's just outside of the goal line, and you've got to source a puck over the net into the net on the opposite side of the ice. And if it goes into the net, then everybody skates but you. And if it doesn't go in, then you skate. And if a coach or a goalie gets in, then everyone has to go twice.
So he's
Uh,
trying to make it fun.
Making it fun, yeah. And if you can get it off the boards like a bank pass and get it into the net on the other side, then everyone else has to go twice as well. So that's a good way of getting everyone skating. You're not so pissed off about it. But last
No,
season was like, we were getting punished because people were having bad attitudes and ego, and passes weren't good enough, and people weren't taking on advice. And it's like, fine, well, if you're not going to get your head in the right gear, then we're going to put you in the right gear. And that's one of the things I wrote into the player development handbook for this season, is like, we don't get to choose whether or not it's hard. We just get to choose our hard. Like, if you get to the arena and you have the right mentality, you get into the gym, you give it everything you got, you do your warm up properly, you're on the bench before the Zambonis, like, we get on the ice, we're making good passes and calling for pucks and doing all that stuff right, we don't get skated. You don't get that stuff right, it's going to be hard because we get skated, right? You choose your hard.
right.
And that's working a lot better. Everyone's kind of keeping each other in check, and I feel like we're motivating each other.
Well, that's good. Hendo's teaching you guys that way because, well, if I'm being honest, Hendo thought he had a trick in the game, back when he first got to Cardiff. If he went out the night before a practice, which could happen in Cardiff, it's a fun place. He would put deep cold on his neck so nobody could smell that he had gone out the night before. Well, Andrew Lord has played hockey before and knows all about the deep cold. So, if any of you punks try to go out the night before and have fun and show up to Hendo's practice with deep cold on your neck, it's not going to work. He
He's
already
got
knows
it.
about that.
Oh my god! Well, I'm gonna be keep myself aware of smelling it on him when he turns up to practice and having a bad morning.
And he can. Man, like he could get, yeah, if he was tired in the morning and you wanted to use his microwave, holy moly. Yeah. Um, but I think it's so neat that you guys have my logo on your jersey, and I hope people buy tickets for this jersey
Me
that
too.
um, if they don't, I guess me and Hendo will have to sort it out with a game of like mini hockey on Chippy Lane and see if I actually have to pay him or not.
It takes all.
I'm doing my best, you know. I'm trying to make money to pay you, Hendo. I
Of course,
said I would, but whatever. We'll figure it out. That's hockey.
it's hockey.
But keep up the good work, keep getting better, keep being passionate, and it seems like you found what you're into. And I'm happy you found your place with the Canucks.
I appreciate it. Yeah, it's the right place to be. It's a special opportunity that I definitely couldn't turn down, and yeah, it's just onwards and upwards.
Absolutely. I can't wait to see what happens. And I'm a big Canucks fan and a Canucks fan here in Canada. I guess we'll shut her down and carry on with days, eh? But it was great catching up with you and
Yeah.
Go Canucks, right?
Hey, great chatting with you, man. Appreciate you.
And this has been another episode of Two Ales and Hockey Tales with Crapes and Wally.